guys, we got this. Let's go. Gun wide trip sweep. Pros X go. On one. Ready?
Ready.
What's going on, everyone? ACAP24 here from HuddleGG. In today's video, I'm going to show you a really nice cover 3 concept you probably haven't seen before. That's going to have some easy throws for you, and a unique concept, and also cover 3 bomb at the end of the video. Now, if this is the first time checking out our channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification to make sure that you never miss any of our uploads. Now, if you guys were watching our videos early in the week, I said that I was in gun empty, and it's one of my favorite things that I'm doing all year. And this is how the Steelers playbooks. We showed you empty Steeler, a 2-play combo, and today we're going to show you empty Y flex. Now later next week we're going to drop my first formation of this gun empty scheme, and it's the gun empty tray stack, my absolute favorite that I'm having fun with. But I want to show you some complementary plays that you can have some fun, that you can add to it, and we'll definitely be in some of these formations as we add to the game plan. So what we're going to do here is look at Y shake. Y shake's a fun play because it has this X route. This X route is a route where it's a stutter fade, and we're able to kind of make sure that when we motion them to the inside, it's kind of unique. It's not something that you will see a lot of times, because the formations that have that are usually not something that you can get the guy to the middle where he's at right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the Y on a streak, and we're going to put the A on a drag. Against cover 3, you have 3 options. The first read, per se, if you want to have a quick read, is going to be the A. He's going to get underneath everything, and you can be able to throw it to him pretty easily. The B is something that's one of my favorite routes in the game. It's a 3-yard speed in which it gets underneath the cover 3 really easily. And a lot of times I'm able to catch this and get up the field 10 to 15 yards because of the way that the route works in the spacing. But the main route here is the X. And I want to talk about the X because if you have enough time and you feel like your O-line is holding up, he's going to stop and then he's going to go. And when he does the go, he's going to go 90% of the time to the sidelines to where you're going to get about a 25, 30 yard gain. So what I do is I'm really just looking to see how well my O-line's holding up, and depending on which read I want to throw to in that regard. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. You're going to see if your O-line holds up and you're in a good shape, you're going to wait for this X, and you're going to see how this is going to get open on that sideline. Unfortunately, my guy didn't animate, but we'll show it to you again, and then I'll show it to you on replay just so you can understand kind of how this is going to work, okay? And what you're going to see here is that we're going to have the A, we're going to have the B, now we're going to wait for this X, and we're going to be able to throw this ball to this guy and get that catch. You see that we caught it right around the 20-yard line. Now I want to make sure that you see this. This is a play that, from the design standpoint, will work this way. Like I said, 90% of the time, I have seen him break to the middle when he's been bumped, but for the most part, this is what it's going to be. The 14 here is going to do a stutter. He's going to stop, and then he's going to go upfield, and we're going to notice that we're going to be able to throw it. Now, as soon as you see that cornerback take a step towards the bottom like this, throw it. You can see I'm probably a little late on this throw, right? So once he goes down, I can start throwing it. I waited a half a second longer, but you're going to see how open this guy's going to get, and you're good shape. Now, a lot of people are going to say that their O-line's not going to hold up that long, which, there are concerns about that. I'm not going to dismiss that, but that's where the other routes come into play. What you're going to see is that this A route, say that you see initial, you see that maybe it's edge threats or something, and you need to get this off. That guy's going to get open underneath. This is against default coverage. What I mean by default coverage, it's going to be your normal cover 3 curl flats. It's not any zone depths. We're going to talk about zone depths in a second. And then the second one is this B route. I absolutely love this speed out. Once he passes that first player, you throw it to him, and you're going to get that ability to get up the field and get some more yards. That was a terrible animation, but you could see that we had all that space in the middle. Now, if somebody is playing zone depths, this really works well. And what I mean by zone depths is when they go into coaching adjustments, they go to curl flats, say they're putting them 20, 25 yards. I'll do 20 just for the sake of, just picking a number here. And what we're going to do here is we're going to show you how we're going to be able to use this to our advantage, okay? Let's go to our Y shake. What happens when they do that? And you can see that I have Gilmore in that curl flat just to make sure that you're going against a great player. I'm going to put him on a streak. Now, you don't want the A to go on a route that immediately goes to the left like the drag. Okay, so when you start seeing that they're doing 25 yards, you can do that, but I'm going to show you the difference, okay? So I'm going to leave him on his route and watch how we're going to able to get this player to go to the inside. Do you see how Gilmore went to the inside? I'm going to show it to you again. Okay, so this time I'm going to put the A on a on a streak just so you can see this. And watch how Gilmore is going to go to the inside. See how he does that? And we're going to have an easy catch to the left side. Right now, if you don't realize this right away and you have the same exact setup, all you're going to see is if the guy is on that thing and they don't go straight out there, then what you're going to do is just hit this guy underneath because you see that they're in zone depths and you're good shape, right? But when they're in any type of zone depths, what you can get them, I really like this option because it's a simple option, right? We're just clearing it out and we're allowing that player to get sucked into the middle, and we're going to be able to throw that pretty easily. So that's probably my favorite use of this play when it comes to, you know, the stop and go's great. It's fun. It's there. If you have it, you've got the other two routes. But this is something that I use a lot when it comes to, I'm noticing people are dropping their zones pretty deep. Okay. All right. So now let's move this to the right hash mark and show you how we're going to do our cover 3 bomb, because it's going to be very similar in setup. I'm going to put the A on a streak. We're going to move this guy in, and then we're going to put the Y on a fade, okay? And what you're going to see is that the outside player is going to do a good job of staying with the Y right away, but as soon as the X kind of does a stutter to the left, he's going to kind of jump down, and we're going to want to throw it to the Y. So let's show it here. This guy's going to come over here. Now you're going to be able to throw this ball over the top for the 1-place score. I'm going to show you what I was looking for so you can understand a little bit better. Again, we're going to have the guy underneath in case there's a pressure in our face, but that's why I like this play, because I kind of have a two-way option. What I'm looking for here is when this guy right here, as soon as he comes down right about there, see how he goes up, and as soon as he does this, that's when I want to start throwing the ball. Let's see how well I did as far as like reading it. I saw it, I was about half a second late, but you can see, not even, when you see that guy comes down, that's when I start throwing it, and you can see how you're throwing it away from him. If what ends up happening, you don't get enough time, you can see that we're always going to have this guy underneath, and this is kind of my outlet every single time. You can see how you can throw it right away, right? He's one of those guys that you can throw it right here and get yardage, right? You can get it underneath. You have all the time in the world. You can continue to throw it, and you're going to be able to, you know, have the ability to throw it at so many different points that you're going to have a lot of success with it. So let's try it one more time, just so we can show you that it is consistent. It's really just depictive of if you have the time in the pocket or not. Let's go ahead here and wait for that guy to come down. Once he comes down, we're going to throw it to this guy and have a nice, easy 1-place score. So guys, if you are interested in running gun empty, I'm going to tell you this is, like I said, the most fun I've had. I've wanted to do this for years. It's something that I wanted to make sure that I had this year because of the way the zones play this year. You're not going to get crazy pressure because, you know, the way that if they send heat, we're going to have such quick dots that you're going to get them out of it so quickly. And, you know, it's not like the outside quarters play everything this year. So it's really a nice scheme. And I'm just kind of show you a little bit of some things you can do outside of the scheme to start. So that way you kind of get excited about gun empty. But it is definitely a fun thing. Just check out our website. It's not available yet, but if you do our subscription, $9.95 per month, you'll be able to get all of the gun empty that I do. Anything that we've done before, anything we do in the future for a full 30 days. We just dropped Pony Montana's Gun Bunch tight end on Wednesday night. So that's a new formation scheme that you can definitely look at. There's just so much content on the site, guys. I just want to make sure you guys all understand. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you on the next video.